Every great business begins as a concept existing in a vacuum, a single idea with the immense potential to grow. But while the idea costs nothing to dream up, the transition into reality is inherently expensive. Before a company can generate its first dollar, it requires significant upfront investment in manufacturing equipment, market outreach, and the salaries of the people building the product. This creates a structural paradox. A founder needs revenue to pay for these operational tools, but they cannot generate that revenue without the tools already in place. This is the resource gap, the distance between a founder's limited personal savings and massive execution costs, where most unfunded ideas fail before launch. To cross it, a founder uses financing to connect their current resources to future goals. At its core, financing is the acquisition of capital today in exchange for a legally binding promise of future returns. This isn't a one-time event, but an evolving timeline of different financial tools that must adapt as the company grows. Early in the timeline, personal savings often run dry. To keep the doors open, the business requires a sudden, massive injection of cash. Without a history of sales to prove stability, the founder typically accesses capital through equity financing. The founder permanently trades a percentage of business ownership to an investor for immediate capital. This cash carries no monthly repayment obligation. If the business fails, the founder owes nothing, preserving limited cash flow during its most vulnerable stage. The cost of this survival is a loss of total control, as the founder must now share future profits and decision-making power with their new partners. As the company matures, it establishes a track record of predictable revenue. This operational stability unlocks a different tool: debt financing. This stage allows the business to fuel further expansion without giving away more ownership. The company borrows a lump sum from a bank or lender and commits to a strict schedule of repayments, plus interest, over a set period. While retaining their equity, the founder carries an uncompromising legal obligation to meet payments every month, regardless of current sales volume. Debt acts as an accelerant for an already working system, but it can only be sustained if the business engine is consistent enough to cover the continuous cost of the interest. To access these tools, a founder must satisfy the requirements of the financial gatekeepers, the banks and investors who manage the capital. These providers do not distribute funds based on enthusiasm. They look for proof of viability. Lenders use objective metrics to evaluate investment risk, analyzing credit history, ability to repay, and business plan stability. If a business fails these specific thresholds, capital remains unavailable, stalling expansion plans. Unlocking business capital is a test of a founder's ability to provide concrete evidence of future stability to a skeptical audience. When a founder successfully navigates this complex financial timeline, the original idea becomes a fully tangible, functioning enterprise. At this level of scale, business capital functions as the circulatory system for a complex ecosystem of employees, suppliers, and customers. This system relies on a symbiotic loop, where investors provide the necessary resources for a vision to grow, and the founder's eventual success provides the return on that initial risk. Beneath the contracts and spreadsheets, the entire structure of financing is built on a foundation of trust and meticulous planning for the years ahead. Aligning the right type of funding with the appropriate stage of growth provides the foundation necessary for an early concept to successfully move past the resource gap and scale into a massive global enterprise.